So far, we have 1,000 US soldiers standing shoulder to shoulder with the soldiers of Germany, Norway, and other EFP countries. And we are ready to provide all necessary conditions even to increase this number, if there would be political will from the new American administration.
President Duda, what would be your answer to the question?
I had a few opportunities to talk with President Trump during last 6-7 months. I talked also with his secretaries, especially with Secretary Hexet. And I have no information about any ideas of withdrawing American military forces, US Army forces from our part of Europe, from eastern flank. So this is my answer. Another key element of our discussions was strengthening the transatlantic focused primarily on the urgent need to increase.
Since January, I get 2 questions from European allies. Question 1 is the US still committed to NATO? The answer is yes. Committed to NATO, committed to Article 5, and this has been many times repeated by President Trump in many meetings. So my only suggestion to many European colleagues is put on your television so that you can hear him say this. Don't ask me, he's very clear about this. But there is an expectation. The expectation is that we are going to spend more because we need to spend more for our defense. But also it is because it is fair to equalize our spending with the spending the US is doing currently. Okay, no, but let me be very straightforward here. Second question, but then they will stay, Mark, but they might withdraw their troops all of a sudden. And exactly as President Duda is saying, there's absolutely no indication of this. What we know is that the US, next to Europe, of course, also has to take care of the Middle East, has to take care of the Indo-Pacific, and it is only logical that over time, as we are building up, that the US will pivot somewhat more towards Asia. But I am absolutely convinced that also in the long term, there will be a very strong conventional US presence in Europe. Next to the nuclear presence, the nuclear umbrella, our ultimate guarantor of our freedom, there will be a very strong conventional presence of the US in Europe. There's no doubt about it.
Yes, so first of all, the United States presence in the eastern flank of NATO is extremely important for us, for all of us. So, as I said, we have to strengthen the transatlantic connection. And on this regard, it's very, very important, our commitment on 3.5 plus 1.5. And I hope that we will take that decision in Hague.
Thank you.
We see a more aggressive Russia approach in the Baltic Sea region. And it is assessed by the Danish Defense Intelligence Service that Russia sees itself in conflict with the West and is preparing for war against NATO. It is therefore crucial that we take bold and necessary decisions at the NATO summit in The Hague in only 3 weeks from now.
United States capabilities on NATO's eastern flank. So in this context, and given the...
For me, today's meeting had a special significance, and it was my last opportunity to speak at this forum as President of the Republic of Poland.
Summit of the Bucharest Nine and Nordic countries has concluded. This year we are...
Let me note that at first the leaders will deliver their statements and afterwards we will have...
For me, it's the first opportunity to participate as a president. And I've been...